Yeah, obviously just really happy with the way the guys got after it this weekend. Especially today. You've had two pretty nice weather days for baseball, and then you come out today, and my goodness, that felt like a day in College Park for us. It was a chilly, windy day, and kept getting colder, and, man, they rang the bell all day. Just consistent at bats. Every guy coming out of the pen kind of doing their job. So just really happy with the effort. I thought it was a complete weekend. Good to get out there and play a different jersey for a couple days, and so now get some rest and turn our attention to Middle Tennessee for Tuesday.
Coach, when it comes to responding to changes in the weather, like you mentioned, and you made the comment yesterday that it's going to be more Bradley's home turf kind of deal today. How did you think the guys responded to that?
Outstanding, and I could feel it as soon as I walked on the field for BP. Like, a little bit curious to see, like, I told him, like, I don't love, and I saw, when Tennessee football went up to Penn State and they're all running around with their shirts off, like, it's okay to admit it's cold. Toughness isn't acting like it's not cold. Toughness is just doing your job and understanding the conditions. And I didn't think our guys were fake tough at all today. I thought they did their job in kind of uncomfortable conditions and did it at a really high level. And that's what they should do. That's what they're talented enough to do it. They're mentally focused enough to do it, and they ran off a good plan today. So really happy with their approach, and you could feel it. Second I walked on the field for BP, I knew we were fine.
Hey, Coach, what do you think of Bobby's first outing in an Alabama uniform? What were your thoughts on his command and his ability to challenge hitters?
Yeah, I was happy with Bob. Honestly, he'd probably tell you, like, he wasn't as sharp as he probably wanted to be. Gotten some fastball counts early because just wasn't commanding the secondary stuff elitely in the first. And then he kind of settled in and got in a groove. And, I mean, shoot, that guy's been really good in his preseason outings. But it was just good to have him out there, and we wanted to keep extending that pitch count. We had about 60 to play with, so wanted to keep extending him because we're going to need him to keep going longer and longer into games. But happy for him, man. He's worked really hard to get here, so it's fun to see it pay off.
This is for Bryce and Jason. When a wet weather like this, you don't really see this down here in Tuscaloosa, and especially in Miami. How does it kind of change your mentality when you go to bat?
I mean, honestly, nothing really changes because, like Coach said, they do a good job preparing us every day. I mean, we got to go out there thinking the same thing. It don't matter who we're playing, the weather, rain. Like Jalen Hurts said, rain, sleet, or snow. Man, we're going to go, So don't matter what weather we got.
Yeah, just piggybacking off that, like, I just think it's a mindset thing. Like, 2 beautiful days before, like he said, and, you come out, it's a little bit chillier. I thought we had a good crowd today for a Sunday and it being a little chilly. But, I mean, you just got to deal with it. And at the end of the day, the team you're playing has to deal with it as well. So it's just kind of a mindset thing and who can be tougher.
Jason, you were a double off the cycle. What was working for you at the plate today, and just how were you seeing their pitchers?
I mean, I saw the ball good all weekend, but honestly, I just kind of changed my sights a little bit. I was kind of trying to put the ball over the scoreboard all weekend. Then those last 2 at-bats, I was trying to put it over the batter's eye, so that worked a little bit.
Coach, what went into the decision to end the game early? Was it travel-related or weather-related?
Yeah, it was all just travel-related. Those guys, man, those guys got a 12-hour drive in front of them. And I talked to Elvis the other day, and I apologized to him after the game. I should have started today's game at noon. I like giving us a 4-hour window to play a game. It's hard with college baseball to play a 3-hour game. It's got to be super fast-paced. If you start having longer innings and runs scored, it's really hard to cram that into 3 hours. So we kind of don't start an inning past 4 o'clock was kind of our cutoff. So I really probably should have started today's game at noon. And that's just me dropping the ball on that one. But he was super grateful. He was fine with how we handled it. But wish we could have finished it. Maybe get one more guy in the game had we started it at noon, which would have been nice. But that was what we had today, and it was what it was.
Kind of speaking on that, getting guys in the game. Obviously, got to see a lot of arms this weekend. Overall, you feel pretty good about all the arms this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we threw 20-ish guys on the weekend, and we were laughing like Middle Tennessee's going to have some fun doing the scouting report on 20 arms for Tuesday's game. But I think it's what we want to do. We kind of said that from the rip. I think one of the strength of this team, and especially the pitching staff, is the depth of the pitching staff. There's not too many guys coming out of that bullpen throwing 100, but there's different looks, there's different pitches, there's different stuff coming out. And I think when you can keep guys involved, and we try to do the same thing offensively, when you can keep guys involved and carve out a role for them, it allows a lot of guys to stay hooked in. And I thought guys did a good job of coming and doing their job. I was kind of joking with Connor Ball. I mean, he threw 2/3 of an inning again today. I was like, dude, if you keep being that efficient, I'm going to throw you every day. You're going to lead the country in appearances. But I think there's guys that take pride in that, just give me the baseball, get themselves ready to go. And, I think when you throw that many guys, there's always room to say, like, hey, we probably have 5 of them implode, and we just didn't have that. We had maybe 1, maybe 2 guys that would probably love to have their outing back. But outside of that, most of those guys came out and did a great job for us.
Bryce, you and Jason are not the only new faces on this team, but you had some success this weekend. You guys all did. How did it feel to just finally get out there and make your debut? And I guess, is it going to be easier going forward now that this first weekend's out of the way?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's going to be easier, kind of get the jitters out. It's good. Baseball season's back. It's always fun. I think it was good this weekend getting to play with new faces. Obviously, there's a lot of new guys in the lineup this year. Not many returners from last year, so that was good to us get out there and play together and start working together, and moving forward, hopefully can keep going as the season goes.
Coach, I'll allow you to brag on the 2 guys next to you here. And new guys at the top of the lineup, both of them, I think they got on base combined 18 times over the weekend. So just your thoughts on the new dynamic. Obviously, Justin's a big part of the top of the order there, but getting those guys around them, getting on base, driving him in.
Yeah, I think it might have been the first time this guy's got on this preseason. I think it was like 0 for 100 in the preseason.
It's rough.
But no, it was. It's like it's always interesting, and that's why you love getting out and stop playing yourself. Man, it's good to get out and face another uniform. And we got just competitive kids. We've got really talented players, and I've kind of said it from the jump. There's a lot of moving parts in this, and it's us getting guys in the right spots and learning where they fit and learning how they play together. Bryce and Jay at the top was pretty electric all weekend. I don't even know what their numbers look like, but I keep track of just quality at bat stuff, and it seems like Bryce today had 4, almost 5 if he wouldn't have hit that drag, about 110 off the bat. Jay had 4. When you got your top 2 guys in the order going, 8 of 10 quality at bats, you're going to have a good day. And JT just continuing to get comfortable in the box. 2-out hits ain't easy, and that guy had probably 7 or 8 2-out RBIs this weekend. It felt like, and that's what those guys. That's why they're here. We knew this is not a surprise to us. This is what we expect them to do, and we're just really fortunate to have not only these 2 guys, but up and down the lineup, just so many just good humans, good people. Brendan Norton hits a homer on Friday and doesn't play yesterday. He's the first guy cheering for his teammates doing that, gets a chance today and has a great day. I go talk to Garrett saying, dude had 6 RBIs yesterday, and I didn't start him today, which is maybe the worst coaching thing ever. But just kind of had 3 lineups I wanted to run out this weekend. We got 11 or 12 position guys that are starters. That's kind of the way I look at it. And over these first 4 weeks, it's learning the strengths of them. There's some versatility. You saw JT play third a couple games, play first. Saw Staten play some second, play some third. There's some versatility in this. So just getting guys in, keeping guys engaged, keeping them hooked in, and getting them their reps that they're going to need, because we're going to need all those guys going down the stretch. So Garrett was a pro today, and he understood, and I'm sure he wanted to be in there hitting in the 3-hole today. But he's a pro, and he's unselfish, and just really fortunate to have a really good group of kids in here.
Coach, I know it's a small sample size, but what stood out to you with 1 series in the books?
It's always funny, man. Last year, we came into opening weekend against Manhattan, and I was like, man, we are going to absolutely slam the baseball all year. And we hit 1 homer, and it was an inside-the-park homer from Justin LeBron. That was our 1 homer last year. Now, we won the series, but, you looked at our preseason, honestly, I think these guys admit our pitchers probably kind of kicked us in the teeth a little bit in the preseason. We didn't hang many scores like that in the preseason, and so you're just kind of waiting to see a little bit as we work through this, what is the identity going to be of this team? And I think the beauty is, I don't want it to be that we can hit or that we can pitch. I want it to be that we're the toughest group of dudes that roll out on the field every day. And I think today or this weekend was a really good step in that direction. But it's a long season, man. We got 53 more of these to go, and hopefully many more after that. So good first step. And like I said, now we got to get rested up and turn our attention to a good Middle Tennessee team coming in on Tuesday.
Jason, you had 8 RBIs throughout the weekend. I know you mentioned changing some things up today, obviously with great success on that. But with the weekend as a whole, I guess, how did you feel?
I felt great. Honestly, the preseason went pretty well for me. I saw the ball really good, and I just wanted to take it into this weekend, honestly. And that's a great way to start the season, I think. Just get ready for Tuesday now.
You good to get the inside the Parker there on that last one?
Nah, I'm honestly surprised I got to third, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I should have got the infield single. That's the one I should have got, but they didn't give it to me.
You were out by 2 steps.
I know, but the cameras sometimes don't work. That's a good time for them not to work.